The headlines: ZR driver appears in court on dangerous driving charges. Dozens of parents ignore ministry decree and turn up to demand student transfers. And so Wes Hall is inducted into Cricket's Hall of Fame. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, June the 11th, 2015. We begin, however, with news that a man has died after being struck by a speedboat at Western St. James. Police had withheld the name of the victim up to the time of preparing this newscast, but they confirmed that the body was pulled from the waters. The man was said to be diving at the time of the collision. The driver of the ZR van, which overturned on Tuesday and left 22 passengers nursing injuries, has been remanded to Dodds after appearing in court charged with 4 driving offences. 40-year-old Matthew Ricardo Daniel of Liquid Village, Milords Hill, has been slapped with charges of furious driving, dangerous driving, driving without due care and attention, and driving without reasonable consideration for other persons using the road. He was not required to plead when he appeared before Magistrate Graveney Bannister, as the charge is indictable, meaning it will be tried by the High Court. The prosecution objected to bail on the grounds that the case had attracted major public interest and one of the passengers was currently in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in a serious condition. Ronald Jones pointedly said on Wednesday that there would be no changes in student allocations now that the common entrance results are back, but that didn't stop more than 100 parents and guardians from turning up at the Ministry of Education in the morning to demand transfers for their children. Predictably, many left angry and disappointed. They were informed that no transfer forms were available because no transfers would be given, as Minister Jones had said. One of the angry parents was Yolande Devonish of St. Andrew. She told Nation News that the policy was unfair to children like her daughter. Mom says her daughter has medical issues and Parkinson Memorial, where she has been assigned, is too far from their St. Andrew home.
I don't want to try there. I don't want to try there. They say that them is coming to help the youth. She's the youth. She sickness needs to be done with. She is a youth and I need little justice for my child health. Exactly. That's all I'm asking for, little help. If they can say she honestly, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Because I'm in a zone where I could get the doctor to help her as soon as possible in an emergency.
Junior doctors of the QEH are the latest public sector workers to threaten industrial action. They are said to be so concerned about substandard working and living conditions that they are prepared to take whatever action is necessary to press their case. The National Union of Public Workers, which represents the doctors, says one area of complaints relates to air conditioning, ventilation, and basic amenities like hot water. The NUPW is insisting that these housekeeping issues be dealt with by Saturday, while other outstanding issues should be addressed by the end of the month. The Sanitation Service Authority will be launching a new waste collection service on Monday. The so-called Green Collection Service will carry a special crew to deal specifically with plastic and paper waste. Environment Minister Dennis Lowe revealed the green vehicle and the SSA's new logo on Wednesday.
The 5 collection zones include the north, the south, the east, the west, and the city. We anticipate that with the increase of collection vehicles overall, the green collection fleet will also increase. I should like to indicate that the development of a green collection vehicle will in no way negatively impact on our national collection service. I heard a few conversations querying why would the SSA introduce a green collection truck when it's been having challenges in the overall collection service. So let me put that to rest. This truck has been out of service. It has been refurbished, rebranded, and now will enter into the fleet in this particular area.
Dr. Lowe said he was aware of ongoing garbage collection challenges, but said these have to be put into context.
But put those challenges in the context that there is a growing increase in the volume of waste produced. Put that in the context that the household stock of the country has grown since 2005. Put that into context that there are now more neighborhoods created in the country. And put that in the context that the resources to replenish and or replenish collection vehicles have also been struck by the current economic situation.
In sport, Sir Wes Hall has been inducted into the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame, raising the tally of cricketers from the Caribbean to 18 in an illustrious field of 80 players. The former fast bowler received his commemorative cap from fellow Hall of Famer Courtney Walsh during the lunch break on the opening day of the second test between the West Indies and Australia at Sabina Park. Sir Wes said he was humbled to be included among the greats. A report of the day's play will be available on nationnews.com. And finally, a man in Australia says an expected vote in Parliament on same-sex marriage later this year will force him to divorce his wife if the measure passes. Nick Jensen wrote in an opinion piece for a local newspaper that he and his wife Sarah have decided they will get a legal divorce if the country approves marriage rights for gay and lesbian Australians. But Mr. Jensen, a former employee of the Australian Christian Lobby, said he and his wife will actually continue to live together, raise their children together, and will still consider themselves married by the church and before God. And that's Nation News for Thursday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to pick up your Weekend Nation on Friday or subscribe to our e-paper.